Hello lovely people, Kitten here. It's the time of year where I get to choose my new journal going forward for the new year. That's very exciting. I put a lot of serious effort into choosing my journal to start the new year. I've got a dot grid journal from Tiefossi. Tiefossi, I must get that right. I've also got a discount code for you, so let me show you my new journal. This is from a company called Tiefossi. They have loads of really pretty journals, very reasonably priced. It came in a plastic mailing bag in a box. I had to look. I'm sorry, I don't have patience. I have to see. Open it up. Thank you card. And it comes plastic wrapped. This was £21 plus postage, which is very reasonable. They have a huge range of absolutely beautiful dot grid, lined A5, A6. I have a code Kitten. Put Kitten in. When you check out, you will get 10% off. I get a little commission. It is a couple of percent. It's not anything. It's anything. But you get 10% off. Sometimes you have to be a little bit tolerant. The dots don't always quite line up. I've got used to that. And it's a compromise because they are such beautiful covers. Huge range of beautiful covers. This one looks thick. This is numbered. There we go. Pocket at the back. Elastic to keep it. Elastic for a pen loop. Little bit of embossing. That is embossed gold foiling I mean. 2 ribbons. 2 ribbons is never enough for me because I want a quarter and the month and where I am, so I always add another one. I glue another one in the back, but you know, you can see it's nicely finished. It's got the proper binding, the ribbons are in securely, gilded edges, beautiful. I think this is their moon phase. Sage green, decent length of ribbon. Weight to it, I tell you, I'm carrying this around for 6 months. Beautiful pages. Now, lovely thickness. I like the gilding, that's nice. Yeah, happy, beautiful. It's really exciting to start and use a whole new journey waiting to happen in these pages. So let's get the beginning of last year and let's see if we make some notes and see how we're going to start this journal. This is the journal we started the year on. This is Yop and Tom, a British company, perfectly good journals. 152 pages, just out of interest. Oh yeah. 256, so this is a lot. So this, I should get 6 months out of this. We have to decide. I've been really looking forward to doing this exercise, deciding what we're going to carry over for next year, because what I planned out at the beginning of the year, yeah, they didn't happen. Not a single thing. My life completely did something on a different track. Key, we don't bother with a key. Didn't actually use any of that. Contact pages, we do. Pages. I think we will do 2. going to draw boxes. Now the idea is that is what we're looking at. So these are contact pages. Then we want, I've only got one number stencil, so of some variation it'll be 2025. Word of the year. We need a word of the year. Build. This year I want to create the freedom to build the life I want to live. Well, it did that. I didn't actually mean it to be interpreted literally, as in knock half the flat down and rebuild, but that's what happened. And this is my priorities. Without my coach, Miss Trenchcoat, Alexis teaches us P-R-I-O-R-I priorities rather than goals as such. Your priority is your big group. Your first priority is yourself, always. So if your goal is to lose weight, your priority is me, and you work with your priority. It gives you a better overall view of how to achieve things. Because if you think, well, I want to lose weight, you might just think about losing weight and eating. But if you think of your priority, losing weight, and the goal and health, you might add in exercise, drinking more water, all kinds of stuff as well. So 3 to 5 priorities is ideal. Mine is me, and what was my finances in the shop last year? Ed and work. This year it's me in the flat and Ed and work. See, the shop has gone. My finances, I've got my disability now, so kind of that's done. Groups you want to work at within, then we can start to break it down. Don't choose more than 5 because it gets complicated. You might have family and friends, might be one of yours. You might have, let me think now, if you have a hobby that's a big thing, like a social group like church or something like that, or if you run a club or something, that might be a priority. But, you are always number 1, because if you're not good, then nothing is good. Didn't do my kitchen floor, did sort out all the damp, did get got a new desk, did the bedroom carpet. Yeah, we haven't finished deep cleaning because that got messed. The box room is an absolute tip again. That's going to be a serious big project. Personal development for me. I haven't done any classes because but it doesn't matter. We can look at it and see what we want to bring forward. What we want to carry on with. The shop, bless. See, that's all gone. Consistent, yeah, all gone. But YouTube was on my target. Look at all my regular work. It's just fascinating. Oh look! I hit my target, 1,000 subscribers. I'm slightly over that. I don't know what my hours are. No idea what my hours are. But I only do short videos. So there, then that's useful. Your whole month overview. Year overview. So I want a set of calendars. Some people sit and draw these out. That's not happening. Absolutely not happening. I shall print those on the printer and stick them in. "101 things to do." No, that was just an excuse to make a Dutch door day. That didn't happen. That really was not. That was not a runner. That was just monthly favourites. No, that didn't work. That didn't work for me either. I've got my weekly art journal, which is much better. I haven't had time to keep up with that, so I haven't done my October socials. We do want to have our socials, just for fun. Just for add the numbers up so we can see where we're going. October's next week. Oh, it's the end of this week, isn't it? So I could do that. Then again, yeah. That just a bit of fun. It's a list of foods, movies, song, TV, what you were reading, anything you tried, if you had a problem, anything you were worried about, what the inflation rate was, what I was drinking, all sorts of nonsense. So this year I'll make a new list. Comes around at the end of December to see, and then that becomes my start for the previous year. Future list of things that need doing. I think I will have a long list. I think I will bring back a long list. But I don't think I'll do it. I think I'll just have... I will have a double spread. We did add all sorts of things. And there's things on here that do need to be moved forward. Things that need, yeah. Gosh, that's been on my long list for about 5 years now. But it's a thing that will be done. So we're keeping that, but we're changing it. Yeah, that didn't, that didn't really stick to that. That's moved into my reading journal. What I do want to have is a dog page. I want to track their baths, worming, fleas, weight, all that kind of stuff is more effective than a what when. I don't have all that many subscriptions, and what I do is in my financial planner, so I don't need that, because that I've actually got a moon journal for this year. So I think I'm not going to show you because I don't think they've got any left. Do I want... No, I don't think I will put the moons. I think I might look at that. Moon. Move notes to moon journal. Planets. Are we going to do the planets? I get a bit bogged down by planets. I'll put it on this list. Don't know. I get a bit bogged down with keeping track with them and what they do. This, I love this. Monthly themes. Whenever I do a month's spread, I put a few bits and pieces in here so it makes this whole impression of what I've done. That was a gorgeous one. That was Planners Anonymous. I'm not sure if you can get them anymore. That was beautiful. That was just a freestyle. I didn't do anything much for that one. The dragons were beautiful. Goldfish ice cream. Oh yes. Yeah. This is November's with the beach theme. Life's a beach. I haven't done Christmas. It's December's yet. Weather. That's definite. I love that. It's really weird how it stayed so consistent. It's a bit of a pain having to go back to your original setup for the whole year, but I don't want to split it up. Clouds every day. Got all the clouds and all the rain. It's all clouds and rain. And you know, our weather here isn't all that different. May, June we were 14, 12, 11, 13. Crazy. So that's what I wanted to make a note of there. Something I want to do as well. I went straight into January, but now we go straight into quarters. So we've got that is the basic setup. Something I want to add is deep clean. A deep clean schedule. I want to take each room of the flat. I've only got, and even if I take the tiny spaces, I've got enough to do one a month. If I do, like the bedroom is a big space and the living room is a big space and the kitchen is not big but is complicated. So if I do a big one and then a little one, if I do the living room and then the porch and then the bathroom and the vestibule, I'll be able to spread myself out and go through and give each room an extra deep clean. I might treat my art space as a separate space because that still needs a lot of sorting. I want to get as sorted and decluttered and streamlined as possible so that everything goes in its place. I know where everything is. I don't have to think about it. And I can get the best use out of everything. What else? Just I think I might rough that out. Draw my boxes and rough it out because some of them are fairly simple box pages. I'm not ready to fill it in, but some of them, like the weather page, are quite complicated to draw up. If I draw it all up, and then I might think about it and see if there's anything else that I want to add, because then we go Q1, January, February and March, which I shall do in the middle of December. I shall also wind up this year. Yeah, I'm going to rough these out because I've got a spare page facing the dogs. If I bring the dogs to the end, do all that, then when I look at the end of this year in December, it might give me an idea. Yeah, I need a YouTube overview. Not necessarily YouTube, but patterns, techniques. I need something. I'm struggling to identify, to hang something on that. I need to do that. So I'm going to brood on that for a few days. It's good to just put things to one side and think about it. I'm going to draw out what's easy, and then we'll see how we get on. That's a good start. I'll show you when I've drawn it all out, when I get as far as I can get. Welcome to my desk. I have laid out, oh, you don't want to see my rubbish, that's all my details. I have laid out 2025, it is just roughly laid out. I haven't done any decorating yet. I shall spend a lovely afternoon when I get a bit of free time playing with that. It's a lot. I know it's a lot. I've combined personal and business, assuming that we're taking the business on and we're going to develop and something's going to happen with the business. I have no idea what and when. My word of the year for next year is cosy. I didn't want an action word. I wanted, I don't know, a feeling word. I think that's probably it. I'll decorate it and then I'll sit down towards the end of December with last year's journal and I'll sit down and work out what my priorities are for me, what I want to do. Break it down into priorities of the area you want to work on. When you're working on what normal people would say goals, that's your priority. So the things I want to achieve, to look after myself, what I want to do to educate myself, things I want to do, the flat, the work. Building the business, see if we can do anything with it for this next coming year. We'll see how we get on. Socials, my now and then, I'll be carrying last year's categories forward and seeing what my favourites are now as opposed to last year, and I'll be adding to it the long list of things I want to do. Some things have been on the list for a few years now and will stay on the long list because at some point, you know, it's an aspiration to do. I haven't messed about. It's just a very simple layout this year. I'm just going to make a list. The month's themes, I loved that last year. The daily weather, I might try and tweak that up a bit, see if I can do kind of some of this colour temperature thing chart that they do. We'll see. We'll see. Yearly overlook of the year of things that are going on. I've only got 3 birthdays, so I haven't got any family, friends, plans, things going on. So it's just a general view of what things are doing. I haven't decided. I want to keep track of the dog stuff. Now, I did make out a rough idea of what I wanted to include, but I'm working on that. That's in work, what I'm going to do for that. Oops, oh my goodness, sorry. Got you tucked in my desk drawer. I don't need. Ah, there it is. There it is. I knew it was somewhere. Let's put that in with the dogs. Yeah, I've got you on my desk. Tucked in my desk drawer. I don't normally do that. This is, yeah, I'm not going to write this out. I'm sorry. Purists, you do you. I'm not going to spend hours writing this out. It's a deep cleaning list for the flat. I'm going to take each room next year, having been working on my tasks of things need doing at the moment, finishing off from the builders. Next year I just want to polish so that I can, you know, a clean and a fluff doesn't take very long. That's all that. That is the layout of projects and work, videos, that kind of thing. January pattern's done. March pattern, I've got an idea what I'm doing here. Try to keep it seasonal as much as possible. I will aim to do an advent next year. It honestly depends how my health goes and how everything happens. If you've got any ideas, a pattern you want, a technique you want covered, a lifestyle, chronic health, an area, if there's something you want to look at, treatment, you know, anything like that, let me know. Then we go into Q1. That's as far as I've got. So I'm going to decorate that. And I have got... I've got a real thing about little scenes, bookcases, windows. These I think they're Soto. We've got a discount code for Soto. Wonderful bookcases. Oops, that's upside down. Bookcases on this one too. That's what I'm going to use for my overall. Decoration for the beginning of the year. I love little scenes like that. So that's basically me prepped for the next year coming in, really. Needs a lot more thought thinking about it. But wanted to be ahead. Oh dear, I keep doing that. Wanted to be ahead and with things. I want to try and get a week off before Christmas so I can chill out. I've got my little box of bits and pieces that I'm going to use to decorate, and I shall have a beautiful afternoon sitting and doing that. So that's me on the way to getting organised for next year. If you fancy a go yourself, but you don't want to get all technical drawing boxes doing dot grid, you don't have to. You can get some pretty notebooks in the works, spiral bound, hard covers, line paper, make a few notes, tear the pages out if you make a mistake, absolutely perfectly fine. You can get something a bit more designery, I suppose. If you go to TK Maxx, they usually have end of lines from but they're not more expensive because they reduce them to such silly prices, but more substantial in their paper quality and in their book quality. Have a bash is what I would say. I have found, I mean, I've always had diaries, I've always had lists, I've always done that, but since I only started doing this seriously last year. I've been with Miss Trenchcoat for many, many years doing functional planning, so all that knowledge has been building up for the past 3, 4, 5 years. But the actual dot grid, the journaling, the Bujo bullet journaling part of it, I came to last year. I have to say it's done my head the world of good. It really has. I find I get things done better. My head is clearer. I try not to hang on to things as much. I write it down and I organise it and plan it. Might be written in half a dozen different places, but you know, that will simplify as I get more organised and more with it. It's practice. It's practice of getting in and having a go and finding out. The thing I like about this system, and although I have sat into a groove these past few months, is what I did at the very beginning. You're not tied like a diary. If you want to add extra pages in, say you're going on holiday and you want to make a packing list, well, you can just bung a packing list in the middle of it when you make your month up. That's what I like, the versatility of it, and you can change it. And I love messing about. I love messing about with the washi tape and the stickers and the colours, and it's an excuse for me to do more art. But that's me. That's who I am and what I do. If you want to start simple and basic, take the few ideas that I've done that you think might be useful for you. You've got your own lists of people's birthdays or things you do every week or what have you that you do. Add those into it and have a bash. And let me know how you get on. This is an ongoing thing that we're going to be building on through the year. So let me know how you do as well. See you soon.